So, Kevin, kind of before we worked together, like what was kind of bothering you enough to get in touch?
Well, I think uh, I wasn't very happy with the way I looked. I think, particularly, I think I've got the body shape of what you might call skinny fat. So I think looked all right with clothes on, but underneath I wasn't very happy, and
Mhm.
in the way it was my body was composed. So that was the main thing. Just not very happy with confidence. And I think the other thing was I was getting loads and loads of backache and neck ache because I do a lot of computer work and didn't feel I had any upper body strength to do lifting. And
Mhm.
yeah, so those two things combined just made me a little bit unhappy, really.
Mhm. Got it. And what did you try to sort of solve that problem over the years?
I've tried everything. I've tried low carb diets, gym workouts, Joe Wicks books or whatever, anything like that. I think all of them had some impact, but not long enough to keep me interested. And I think also once you've done it and you come away from it, everything sort of goes back to where it was. There was no kind of long-term thinking in any of those things.
Mhm. So, what was like your perception of what you needed to do better or more before we kind of started working together?
I thought it was things like just cutting out carbs
Mhm.
and probably just doing a whole load of intensive HIIT training or burning a load of calories, that sort of thing.
Mhm. Got it. Got it. So, obviously, we had a bit of a chat. Were you kind of apprehensive about joining, or did you feel pretty okay with it, or what was your kind of experience?
No, I think I was a little bit apprehensive. I think if you're going to commit time and money to something, you've got to make sure it's going to work or have some impact. And given the history of stuff I've done before, it hasn't really worked.
Hmm.
Always a little bit scary to kind of jump in, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So when you did join, what was the first couple of weeks like?
Well, there's a lot of stuff to get used to, like unpicking the sort of app and the training plan and everything. But
Mhm.
the best thing was actually just having chats with you and you talking through what was going to happen, and having that regular check-in helped. But yeah, the first few weeks probably it was easier than I thought.
Mm.
I think there was things like it wasn't just like a sudden sort of jump into a hefty sort of workout regime or dieting. It wasn't even like that. It was more about small incremental changes within what I'm currently doing and working around what I'm doing. So it was a little bit easier than I thought, actually.
Mhm. Great. And was there any kind of aha type of moments where your perception changed a little bit?
Hmm. Yeah, the protein thing about eating more of that in a diet was a bit of a hard, because by doing that it meant I was automatically eating less of the stuff I shouldn't be, or just cutting down lower stuff elsewhere. So that was a really easy thing to kind of achieve every day.
Mhm.
Um, and then keeping an eye on the scales and watching that change after a few weeks was the thing that just kept the motivation going.
Mhm. Cool. And what kind of results did you get throughout our time working together?
I think I went from about 73 kilos down to about 67 and a half. So I've lost about almost a stone, and on top of that, I've gained muscle composition
Mhm.
in upper body and stuff, and it's quite visible in the pictures. I can
Definitely.
see, which is really good. Um, and I feel healthier, and I've also increased my steps as well. Wasn't walking very much, very sedentary sort of lifestyle, but that's gone up. So all the kind of fitness indicators have improved in a really good way. Yeah.
Mhm. Great. And how has kind of those physical things, how have they impacted you?
Well, feel better in clothes and more confident. I think I feel just feel better. I've got more energy. I can uh, wake up in the morning and not feel groggy. It's just little things like that, and it puts you in a really good mood for the rest of the day.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah, just more confidence across everything, relationships, and my partner, work and all that kind of thing. It's had an impact out in other areas.
Brilliant. That's really good to hear. And obviously we're finished for now, at least. Do you feel you've been set up with something that's actually sustainable for the long term?
Yeah, I genuinely do. This is a genuine thing. I've got a plan that I can stick with. I don't need to keep buying or referring to books or videos or anything. I think I've got a way of eating now that I'm comfortable with, and a workout plan I'm comfortable with. I've got all the tools I need. You've given me all that kind of knowledge and guidance to kind of get that right. And I'm even though I am tracking food now, I feel like I don't need to actually. I know roughly what I should be eating. Yeah,
definitely, mate. I think tracking's great, but you don't want to be doing it for the rest of your life, and it's about understanding, food, and that's what it gives you in the long run anyway, isn't it? Great. So last question, mate. So if there's sort of anyone watching this sort of on the fence about joining, what would you say to them?
Get off the fence. Don't waste any time. Talk to Jerome. No, in all seriousness, it's a transformational experience. It's well worth the investment of money and time. It's what you're talking about. You've got loads of experience, but also beyond that, you're genuinely interested in helping other guys, and I think that's what sets you apart from a lot of the others on there. So yeah, don't delay. Just do it, really, and don't wait till after Christmas or after lockdown. Just do it now.
Brilliant, mate. Awesome. Well, thanks for answering those questions, mate, and I really appreciate that.
Cool. Thank you.